Hello guys, and welcome to another video from Vintage Radar. Today I'm going to show you how to adjust your Invicta watch bracelet. So as you can see, this is going to be the metallic watch band that a lot of Invicta watches, Invicta Pro Diver watches are going to come on. And I'm going to show you two different ways in which you can adjust, so resize the bracelets using the tool on the right and the one on the left, as well as other watchmaker tools that you can find in the basic watchmaker toolkit that I'm going to use today. I'm also going to leave a link in the description box below, so in case you want to start replacing batteries, adjusting bracelets, also open snap off backs or screw down backs on your watches, replace the straps, you are going to need this basic watchmaker toolkit. So I'm going to take for today's example this new Invicta Pro Diver chronograph, and I'm going to adjust it to my wrist size, guys. As you can see here on the right, I have the Invicta Pro Diver Automatic, which has already been adjusted and can easily fit my wrist, as you can see right here. And I just got in the Invicta chronograph with the quartz version that has the same bracelet, and we are going to adjust it to the same size since they have identical bracelets. So as you can see, this one is very big and it can fit wrists up to 205 millimeters. I have 165 millimeters, so my wrist is 6.5 inches. So I will need to remove around 4 links from this model in order to make it fit just like that one. As you can see here, I have the boxes. So guys, when it comes to adjusting your bracelet, what you want to do is first measure it approximately, so to see how many links you would like to remove, and you will be able to see, for example, here that I would need to remove around, let's say, 3 to 4 links, because you do not want it to be fully fixed to your wrist, but you can always adjust it, so to take one extra link or to put one back in. And also you need to take into consideration that we also have these micro adjustments. So as you can see, Invicta offers us 4 micro adjustments on this side, so I'm also going to show you how to do that. On my previous model, I have removed 3 links from what I can see, so I will try to start with 3 links, and then I will see whether I want to also use the micro adjustment or not. For this, we are going to use this working block, which is going to be very useful when you want to adjust your bracelet, so you can easily put your bracelet inside here. You can find different thickness. You can find different thicknesses. For example, the one in the middle is going to be thicker compared to others right here, and you have small holes right here and places where you can actually push the pin on the other side. Now the first thing that we are going to do is to use the pin remover from the watchmaker tool kit. As you can see right here, I'm going to use this part, so this end right here, in order to remove the micro adjustment. As you can see, I'm going to push the pin just like that inwards, and then I'm going to pull the strap, so the bracelet, to the side, and as you can see, this spring bar is going to come out. We are going to remember that this one is for the bracelet, so I'm going to set it aside. And now we have better access to the bracelet. So something really cool about these bracelets, so these straight pin bracelets, is that they have a small arrow that points exactly in the direction that you need to push the pins outwards, and also how many of the links can actually be removed, so adjusted. As you can see, these 3 do not have these arrows, so it means that we cannot remove these 3, but we have 4 on one side, and then we have as you can see, 4 on the other side. Now what you want to do, let's say if you want to remove 4 links, you always want to remove 2 from one side and 2 from the other side, so that the bracelet, so the buckle and the bracelet, is going to be exactly in the middle, so opposite to the watch. So now we are going to grab something else from the watchmaker toolkit, and that is going to be this small hammer and this push pin tool. So this is going to be very useful in order to push out the pins that we have right here. So I'm going to start with one end, as you can see right here. So I'm going to keep this end link, and I'm going to start here, remove 2 links, and then I'm going to close it and we're going to see how it looks. So I'm going to place it, as you can see, with the arrow facing downwards, because that is what it shows me. That is the direction that we need to push the pins. And what you want to do is to make sure that the pin goes on top of one of these holes so that you can push the pin out all the way. So I'm going to place it just like this. Then I'm going to take this pin pusher, pin remover tool. I'm going to place it just like this. And then I'm going to take the small hammer that I have inside this tool. That is why I recommend you go and purchase this basic watchmaker toolkit. It is going to have everything you need to get started in order to replace batteries, adjust bracelets, change straps. Once again, link in the description box below. So now I'm going to use the small hammer in order to push the pin downwards. At a certain point, you are going to feel how the pin is going to go the other side, and you will be able to see that it is right here in the middle. That is why I told you positioning is very important. Now, when it comes to these pins, you can actually see that on one end it is folded, so it is a little bit thicker, so it has two ends, and on the other side it has only one. So here it is going to be thinner. You always want to remember that you want to push it inwards with the thinner part from the opposite side of the arrows. So if I were to put it back, I would go in this direction, as you see right here. Okay, so now I'm going to remove. Once again, I'm going to set aside all the watch parts on one side of the table. And now, as I mentioned, I want to remove two links. So 1, 2, and I'm going to go on this end right here in order to remove it. So I'm going to place once again the remaining bracelet, take my tool, make sure once again that I am perfectly aligned, and now I'm going to do this once again. Just like that. And as you can see, once again we have this pin that came off, and now I can actually remove two links. Now I'm going to place it back right here. And I'm going to take one of these pins and I'm going to put it back in the direction that I have previously mentioned. So with the thinner part, it is going to go first. And now, as you can see, we have this part right here. Now here, it is going to also be useful to have this hammer because it also has a part, so one end, it is made of plastic. So this means that it is not going to scratch our bracelet. In case you have a more expensive watch, you can also put some tape, some protection film in order to have even extra protection for your bracelet. Now I'm going to push it back in. As you can see, now I can actually feel that everything is smooth here. And now we have two links removed. In case you want to test it out, you can put in the pin right here and then you can fold the bracelet. As you can see, it is already smaller. Now I'm also going to remove one link from the other end, and then we are going to use the micro adjustments in order to widen or to strengthen, so to shorten the total diameter of the bracelet. So let's do that as well. Now I'm going to repeat the same principle right here. So for this part of the bracelet, I'm only going to remove one link. Once again, I'm going to take the pin remover, the hammer, okay, and I'm going to remove the first one. Now we're going to also remove the last link. In case it is very hard for you to pull out the pins inside, you can always use a pair of pliers in order to pull them out. But from my experience with Invicta, it has been very, very easy. And now, as you can see, we have this end. So now I know that these extra parts are going to go on the other side, so right here. Now once again I'm going to make sure that I put the pin in the opposite direction of the arrow. So I'm going to come from the opposite side, and I'm also going to make sure that I go inside first with the smaller end, so with the thinner one, and then I'm going to be left here with this part right here. In case you do not have a hammer, you can always use your pair of pliers in order to push it down a little, but once again, in case you do not want to scratch your bracelet, I would definitely recommend to have this double-sided hammer. Okay, so now we have removed 3 links, and I'm going to go and place the watch on the largest micro adjustment that we have, so the last one. I'm going to use this tool, but this time with the other end, because we have 2 tips right here, and I can grab the tip of the pin and push it inwards, and then I'm going to hear that click, and now we can put the watch on our wrist. And as you can see, the watch fits my wrist. It is a little bit loose, and that is why I'm going to use the micro adjustments in order to get it more tight on the wrist. I do not like to have it fully tied to the wrist. In case you want to do that, you can remove an extra link and have it fixed to your wrist. And now, as I mentioned, I want to use the micro adjustment in order to tighten it. So what I'm going to do is to go with this end and open the bracelet, the micro adjustment once again. So I'm going to push the pin out. Now I'm going to grab it, put it back inside right here. And now I'm going to go, let's say, to the last, so to the tightest micro adjustment that we have right here. So now I'm going to place my bracelet just like this. First you want to put one tip of your bracelet on the other side, and then we are going to press it down, push it in, make sure that it went inside the 4th hole on both sides, and now let's check it on the wrist and see how tight it is going to be. So as you can see, guys, it is almost fixed to my wrist. I'm actually going to use 1 or even 2 micro adjustments on the other end in order to have it a little bit loose on the wrist, or a little bit looser compared to this. But guys, you now know how to use these tools in order to adjust your bracelets. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to show you how you can actually use this tool as well. So I'm going to open the micro adjustment once again. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how you can actually use the other tool. You also have different bits right here in order to make sure that it gets inside the hole. So we are going to use this tool this time. So what you want to do is to unscrew this part right here, and then you can place the bracelet right here, and we are going to use the small wheel right here in order to go up and down depending on the thickness of the bracelet, because you want to make sure that this pin right here is perfectly aligned to your bracelet. So let's do that as well. Now I'm going to place the bracelet in, and you can see that the pin is going to go over. So what I want to do now is to move the wheel a little. Now I need to go a little bit down. And now, as you can see, I can actually screw down this part right here, and I will be able to press against one of the pins. Personally, I prefer the other tool, but you can also use this one as well. So as you can see, I'm going to start to push it, and it is going to come out on the other side. Let me show you like this. I prefer the other way of doing this. As you can see, it is going to be more time consuming. So as you can see, the pin was pushed a little right here, and I can easily grab it with my pair of pliers, or in case you can do it with your bare fingers, just like that. I'm going to, let's say, remove one or two using this tool right here, and then we are going to do the same principle once again. I'm going to push it down with the plastic end of the hammer. So I can also even hold it, but it is going to be a lot nicer if you put it inside your tool. And now I'm going to use the second adjustment, as I mentioned, just like that. Once again, using the tool, I'm going to grab the tip, push it inside, move it a little until I can actually see it and also hear or feel that click, just like that. And now let's put the watch on the wrist and see how it goes. So this is how I prefer the watch to be on my wrist, so a little bit loose. But now guys, you know how to adjust the bracelet, how to use both of the tools that you can find inside your basic watchmaker toolkit, and also you can apply this to basically any bracelet out there that has these arrows and the metallic push pin that you can actually push out. Once again, both methods can be applied, but I prefer this working block because it is easier to fix, to put it onto the table and take your time, compared to this one where you need to adjust the height and also push it outwards and so on. So you can try both methods and see which one you prefer the most. Guys, if you found this video useful, please consider hitting the thanks button and supporting our channel. This way we can keep creating free content for watch lovers just like you. So guys, that was the quick tutorial that I had for you today. You now know how to adjust the bracelet on your Invicta watch. This is going to work for other watch brands as well, for Tissot, Seiko, Swatch and many others that feature the same type of bracelet. And also the arrows are going to be a very easy giveaway in order to know if you can apply this exact tutorial. If you enjoyed this video guys, it would mean the world if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this YouTube channel because we post a lot of videos about watches, vintage watches, watch tutorials, and I'm pretty sure you are going to like it. And also, if you would like to purchase your first vintage watch, make sure to check out our website vintageradar.com because we have thousands of vintage watches for sale. Link in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one.